Welcome to the Bearded Beast Show. My name is Bill, and I am the Bearded Beast. It's the Sunday Studs edition with my good friends Andy and Tyler. You there, guys?
We're here.
Yes, sir.
Welcome. This is our
Thanks for
first.
having us.
This is our first
having
show.
us.
This should be fun.
Definitely.
Oh, it's going to get crazy.
All right. What about the Chinese balloon?
Oh man. I don't know. You'd think it'd be high tech if it was important stuff, right?
We haven't really got a chance to talk about that yet, right?
No.
No, I don't think we have.
You know what I think we should have done?
Shot it down. Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
That's right.
Well, I guess we did, right?
We had to do something to get it down.
Supposedly, right?
I guess Biden said they had to wait till it got over the ocean so they could shoot it down.
Was it even real though? Has anyone put eyes on the balloon?
I don't believe Biden formed the sentence himself.
I don't know. People said they could see it from their yard, so I guess it was real, right? They have like films of it. They're taking film from their yard.
Wow.
I don't know. Maybe they just waited so that the balloon could send all the information back to China first before they shot it down.
Yeah, that's what it was. They were waiting on that download.
Yeah, but how does something get to Montana without us realizing it?
Well, if it flew right over Canada, they knew about it.
How did they not realize it? They knew about it?
Yeah, they knew about it.
Yeah, and they just decided to, this isn't worrisome.
They said, that's going to the United States. We don't need to worry about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they were going to shoot it down, but they can't have guns in Canada anymore.
Yeah.
Well, isn't Trudeau really? He's really tied in with China, though, isn't he?
Yeah, Xi Jinping.
I still think we should have went and just destroyed that bitch.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that.
What if Trump was in there?
Yeah, that shit wouldn't have made it across the ocean.
Biden's now coming out today saying that it happened several times when Trump was in office.
Yeah. Funny how we never heard about it, huh? No one has any videos of it.
He's got video of Trump flying in the balloon, he says.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. Let's get to what we're going to talk about today, which is the pyramids and aliens. So who do we think built these pyramids? How did they come about? People? What do you think?
Man.
I think it was people, yes.
You do?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's hard to believe it was strictly people. Maybe people did the physical part of it, but you don't think there was any worldly experience? I mean, how did they line it up with stars and stuff like that? So perfectly.
Right, because Andy's kind of right there. I did a little bit of research about that, and it says something here that they are perfectly aligned with the stars in Orion's belt.
Yeah, how do you do that shit?
Yeah,
It was a lucky guess.
That would be quite a feat if it was just people involved doing that, right?
I guess you're right.
So the biggest pyramid is Giza. And do you know it took them 27 years to build it?
No, I did not know that. But I know that, have you seen the pictures of what it used to look like when it was first built?
Yeah, compared to what it looks like now?
Yeah, I think it was made like completely out of limestone or something like that.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was.
It's gorgeous.
Gorgeous, like you.
Oh man.
Yeah, didn't it used to like light on certain days and everything? Like, how did they calculate that? Like certain days, the inside of it would light up due to the.
Yeah, how
moonlight
did
or
they
something.
calculate that? And it stood 481 feet when it was first built.
Which had to have been the tallest man-made structure.
It was at the time, yeah. But how would they get those stones that high?
Right.
A ramp.
Oh,
And push them?
Yeah, like I saw an illustration where they put like logs under these big boulders and they'd roll it. But now thinking about it, a ramp of that inclination, like that incline, how would you get it up there without it falling backwards?
Yeah, and killing a ton of people.
Yeah.
yeah, because how many people could push one stone at a time?
Yeah, I mean, we've pushed some cars at our job, and they're not.
But
They're not light.
they got wheels.
Right? Yeah, they actually do.
They do have wheels, that's true.
It says that it's built with an estimated 2.3 million blocks of 6 million tons.
Where did they get all the block? How did they cut all the block to the same? You know?
I actually saw something. I don't know if Bill might have said it or if I heard it somewhere else, but someone said that there was blocks in the pyramids that come from thousands of miles away.
Yeah, we heard. I think we heard Joe Rogan say that, right?
Oh yeah, I think so.
When I was researching it talked about some of the quarries and some of the place that the granite stones came from, and they were 560 miles away, and they weighed anywhere from 25 to 80 tons.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's insane. Do they know around how long it took to build them, like a time frame?
Well, the biggest one there, Giza, it says took 27 years to build it, with approximately,
If they're pulling rocks from 500 miles away, you would think it would take longer.
Yeah, and a lot of them had to be brought there by boat.
That's insane.
And they're saying that it was a staff of 10,000 people.
Wow.
And that they found enough sheep bones and remains of bones of animals that's how they ate. They killed the animals, and that's how they ate their food. And they said they found enough bones that it would have provided 10,000 people like food for the 27 years that it took to build them.
Huh. So there definitely had to have been at least human workers there. There is proof of that.
Yeah, which I believe that there was, but like the limestone ones, it says they had to transport them across the Nile, which came from the Tura quarries. And they were about 6 miles away, so that's not too bad. But I don't know how you can physically move something that weighs, possibly 5 tons. I don't know. How could you physically move that?
I guess people do some crazy things when you force them to. Life or death. I don't know if they would kill their own workers, but, ancient civilizations weren't as nice as we are nowadays.
Yeah, that's true. What do you think, Tyler?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think my mind's starting to get changed.
You think it was?
Yeah, because I'm also thinking about the illustrations that they've seen inside the pyramids, how there's stuff that looks like light bulbs, and it looks like someone has a helicopter in these hieroglyphics. And I'm like, how would one even back then think to put anything like that in a drawing?
I know. I looked at some of the illustration drawings of these things, and they're pretty crazy. Like all of the things and the that are inside these pyramids. Like the quarters, the king's quarters, the queens, all that. I mean, they were pretty. You should see the way they were built. I don't know. I don't know. Do we think that? We think it was something else, possibly?
I think the design had to have been otherworldly. It had to have been.
We are coming for you.
Maybe something like that.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ. I don't know. Maybe maybe they had like a blueprint to go off of.
Well, they did. They definitely had drawings to go off of. But, man, I don't know. Just think of what it would have taken to, I mean, we're talking 481 feet.
But that also brings up, like, what about the pyramids and, like, the Aztec in Mexico and, like, South America and stuff? Like, how did they know to build pyramids? They aren't the same culture.
Right. Different.
Why do they work pyramid? It's very strange.
That's how. When the UFOs came.
Oh, I thought that was a PlayStation shutting down.
Yeah. Yeah. I was playing as we're talking. So do we think that aliens exist? Could they have possibly built them?
I think they have to, right? I think the universe is too big for something else not to be out there.
Yeah.
When you
I
look
agree
at
with
like
that.
some of the other things that are around, like Stonehenge, do you think that was built by humans?
I don't know.
I feel like that's a lot more feasible to be built by humans than the pyramids.
50 tons, they say those blocks weighed.
And how do they get them horizontal on top of each other?
Right.
Pulley system.
Mm.
That's
Possible.
very good.
Yes.
That is definitely possible.
Maybe they were able to put one rock in a pulley system and then put the heavier block on the other side to lift it off the ground into the air.
How do you think this pulley system would have worked? Like, are you talking like a pulley system with like wheels on it and ropes? You got to pull it?
I really can't even picture it. Because I don't know, like, they have to know something that we didn't know, because in order to like lift something that heavy, we can do that today, but like 100 years ago, we probably couldn't even done that.
So if I look it up real quick, they say the Egyptian pulley system is a lifting machine that the Egyptians used to build the pyramids.
Well, that's real descriptive.
Yeah, it doesn't say much more than that.
Probably didn't exist. That's why.
Using ropes and logs to pull large stones up a ramp.
Yeah, that's what Tyler said.
I'm here. I'm him, bro.
I just can't even
You're
imagine, though, if you're pulling a rope on something that weighs like 15 tons.
What kind of rope?
Yeah.
What did you make that rope out of?
Did they have the ability to do that back then?
I don't know, because you would think like nowadays you wouldn't trust anything other than steel cable for that. Like,
Dude, I'll
are
tell
they
you
just
what,
using?
I wouldn't trust no rope pulling 20 tons right now.
No.
And how
Nope.
many people you would think would have to be on that rope? This is like our conversation about the 100 humans versus the silverback gorilla, right?
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I think 100,000 people could probably lift it.
But they say they only had 10,000.
I think 10,000 people could probably lift it.
But 10,000 people on each stone. Oh,
So everybody had to work on one stone.
at a time. And then how did they get it moved to the right? I guess the log system as well. They moved it to the right area that they need to drop it in, and just
Think about how'd they position it? How did they keep the stones there? Like, what did they use to connect them all together?
right.
And
Wasn't it some form of ancient cement?
semen?
Cement. like
Cement.
no,
I thought you
Yeah,
said some
cement.
ancient semen.
no.
Like, jeez. I guess you could get enough of that out of 10,000 people.
Yeah, I guess so. It's not what I was thinking, but
But it was even off, like we heard, like a quarter of an inch, it would be disastrous towards the top, right? Do you think
yeah,
they had that level ability of measurement?
precision with rope and logs.
But how did they? How
Do
did
you
they?
think maybe?
Did they have to cut these stones? You think? Yeah, they had to, right?
They
They're not just all going to be perfectly sized. What if one was too small, one was too big?
I guess you just didn't bring it 500 miles all the way to the build site. I don't know.
Do you think maybe they could have like dug a hole and put the stone in the hole?
Like,
What do you mean?
Like, because these things are standing straight upright. Maybe over however long it was built, that the grass and stuff grew back, and people don't realize it. But maybe they're in a giant hole.
the pyramids in a hole?
I thought we were talking about Stonehenge.
Oh,
Well, I mean,
I
thinking
see
about
what's going on.
Stonehenge, I mean, that's a possibility, right? But I'm wondering if we are talking about Stonehenge for a second, how did they tilt them upright?
Hmm.
I guess if it was a hole, then you could get somebody on the outside. You can get enough people with rope again to somehow pull it upright against the wall, and that's how it stands the way it does.
Does anybody even know why Stonehenge was created?
I don't think
Does it
so.
actually serve
I
a
would
purpose?
assume- I was assuming that it was probably something meant for like the gods.
I think I read somewhere it was like some form of clock or something, but
It says it's a prehistoric monument. But then you question how'd they get the ones on the top?
yeah.
A catapult.
Perfect.
And just hope it landed perfectly. Couple people on the other side didn't fare so well.
Yeah, in case it fell over.
Yeah, they just caught it.
Yeah.
All right, besides Stonehenge, what else was there that, besides the pyramids, we got anything else that we are not sure how they built?
Mm.
Oh, hold up. I think we talked about this, but the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Remember I showed you a
yeah,
picture
you
of that?
showed me that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane to me.
Yeah, so how'd
I
they
don't
do
even know
that?
what that.
I have absolutely no idea.
Hold on, I'm googling this because I don't know what hanging card.
I'm going to look this up too.
It was one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world.
And it existed.
Yeah, it actually existed.
Hanging Gardens of
Yeah,
Babylon.
That is gorgeous.
Yes, it's beautiful.
Yeah, why don't we have architecture like that anymore? Now we just have like steel beam buildings and the same wooden structures.
Yeah, but how did they have the knowledge to build terraces like that back then?
I guess back then you really didn't have anything else to do other than sit around and think or work.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's
There
a
were
really
no
good point.
distractions.
They weren't
Yeah,
doing,
you didn't have to
they
home
weren't
to play Call of Duty after work.
Right.
Nobody was streaming back then or creating podcasts, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's when they got shit
Yeah.
done. See what technology's done to us?
The Bearded Beast Show Babylonian edition.
As great as technology is, it did take us backwards in a few ways.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's fair.
I can only imagine how much wasted time there is at people's jobs when they're on their cell phone all day, huh?
Right.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine.
Checking their downloads and likes and views. I do the same thing. So, but I guess Andy's right. In a way, that's all they had to focus on, right? Was work.
Yeah.
Right.
They neglected a lot. People don't really bring that up.
But man, it would be cool to have something like that today. Taking a look at that thing. Wow.
Yeah, imagine that being the hangout spot instead of like the mall.
Yeah.
Everybody just goes naked and lays around in the nice warm baths and shit. Can't do that anymore.
No, guess you can't do that anymore. They frown on that naked thing.
Yeah. They do.
So back to aliens real quick. You believe they exist?
100%.
Yeah, I think they have to. Yeah.
So what do you think the percentage of Americans believe they exist and they don't exist?
I think now it's probably got to be like 70-30.
Yeah, I was thinking about 70 to 30, 60,
Yeah.
40, somewhere.
Yeah, you guys are right on. Yep, 100%.
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot more feasible. Maybe if you go back like 50 or 100 years ago, it's probably like significantly less. But
do you think that Earth is relevant enough? We're relevant enough as a society that they would bother with us, or do you think they're here already?
see, that's a great question, because if we're saying that aliens helped with the pyramids, why were ancient humans capable enough to communicate with aliens, but we aren't today?
I don't think we ever stopped. I think it's just a select few people that get to.
They get to communicate with them?
Yeah.
What percentage
Like
of
you said-
Americans do you think that they believe that aliens pose a threat to us, to the United
I
States?
feel like you're probably looking at like 4, or out of the people who believe,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 50%.
Yeah. 50%. Do you think they do?
Well, if you're like extraterrestrial, like if you have the ability to go through space, like you would suppose aliens do, what would be the point in causing harm to other civilizations?
But what if you
Right.
what if you want every place for yourself? Like you only want your species to be able to habitat every place.
Yeah, but that's assuming that whatever else is out there would be able to live on our planet. Like, we couldn't go and live on a lot of other planets. What's to say that these guys could go wherever they want?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I always think about our raw materials we have here that can make a lot of things. What if some other high advanced civilization runs out of whatever they need and they decide, let me go search it, and they find us? You know?
So you think they might have just stumbled upon us?
They could have.
Were we here first?
What a good question.
Right.
I don't know. That makes me think maybe, like, what if these aliens were just, going about their day through space, and maybe they stopped on Earth to help us out and then just left again. Don't know why.
It's like a good deed.
They're probably
Yeah.
like, you know what? I'm out of here.
He's like, yeah, man, these guys are struggling.
Let's drop off a blueprint real quick.
Yeah, let's build some shit so they're confused for thousands of years.
That'd be great.
Yeah, they could be real good jokesters.
That is probably what they did.
Yeah,
Then they come back
they've
every
got
once in a
our
while.
ass, that's for sure.
Then they come back every once in a while and mess us up again and leave.
Yep. I'm gonna fly.
Yeah.
low enough that they can get this on camera, and then I'm gonna zoom away.
What do you think they look
Yeah,
like?
I hope it's the little gray dudes like Paul.
I hope it's like E.T.,
Oh God, he's terrifying, dude.
but he's nice.
He is nice.
So, Tyler, you mean somebody with a big bald head?
We got two.
Well, I guess you could be an alien then, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe I'm talking to two aliens right now. How about that, huh?
We might
Maybe
be
you are.
aliens. Maybe we're the aliens. What if we're the aliens?
Yeah, maybe.
Have you seen our nervous system, dude?
Dang. Yeah, maybe you guys are like, you have me in like a simulation right now.
We all could be in a simulation. This whole thing could be a simulation. Somebody could be controlling us. Maybe maybe the aliens are controlling us.
That shit. Oh, God, don't even get me started with that shit.
This whole episode could be scripted.
Somebody's up there saying, "Oh, I'm going to have Tyler go play Call of Duty right now. Let's have him." And all of a sudden, you get up and go over to your PlayStation. You really didn't have that thought for yourself.
Yeah, maybe I'm just a Sims character.
Maybe we all are.
Holy shit.
Man, whoever's running me is doing a hell of a job.
Yeah, what the fuck, man? My life sucks.
They just haven't got to that level yet. Don't worry. They're going to level your character up pretty soon.
We're still in the first chapter.
Maybe like the past 21 years, he had the game on pause.
So
That's pretty good. We could all be in a simulation, though. You don't really like to think about that, do you?
No, that makes me like go crazy.
yeah, makes you wonder what it's all for if that's the case.
But at the end, we always wonder, I mean, what is it all for anyway, right? We've talked about that a few times.
We have, right?
You know, you live a life, you have family, friends, people you love, and then you leave.
That's it.
That's right.
And if you believe that there's an eternal life, then you go live there forever. But we have a lot of questions about that, right?
Yeah.
So I guess I don't know. Maybe it is all a simulation, Tyler, and your guy just hasn't leveled you up yet.
Well, he needs to get his shit together.
I wonder what the guy controlling you looks like.
Shut up, man. Bro. 500 pounds.
Oh man. So Andy, you hoping that the aliens look like Paul, huh?
Yeah.
What about those lizard people or whatever it is?
Oh man, I hope the guy that's not lizard people. Those guys are freaky.
It could be. They say they're here protecting the president.
Why would they do that?
Because from what they say, I mean, they're the easiest people to train because they have no feelings, so they just do what they're told. No thought process for their own, so they can't think, yeah, I don't really want to do this right now. That's
true.
But so what's stopping, like, if, like, say you have them, you know, trying to kill somebody, what's stopping them, the dude they're trying to kill from saying, hey, you know, you shouldn't do that? You be like, oh, yeah, you know, you're probably right.
So them listening to somebody else besides what they were told to
yeah,
do?
like, if they have no feelings and they just do what they're told, how do they know who to listen to?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Unless they're just believe they got to carry out the mission they were told to do originally.
Maybe. Yeah, so what if they're trying to kill you and you just pull the old Uno reverse card out of your pocket and then tell them to go kill whoever sent them?
Wow, that's man, whoever's controlling you right now, Tyler, they're thinking pretty deep.
Yeah.
Your guy just woke up. See, I told you
I told
you were gonna level up.
God damn.
He
Didn't
put those
take long.
he put those Cheetos down and he got his shit together pretty quick. That was a good one.
Yeah, wasn't it?
He's like, I'm getting out of my mom's basement. I'm gonna level this guy up.
Yeah, we're making out. We're making it out.
No, you're making out.
That too.
All right. What else you guys got going on? Tyler, tell everybody quickly about your streaming that you do.
Oh yeah, so twitch.tv/same strain. I'll be playing Call of Duty pretty much every other day, or any games. I'll be playing Hogwarts Legacy as soon as it comes out as well. And I just play to have fun and make funny moments for people to watch.
I'm gonna put a link to your channel in this podcast.
Oh, that's sick, dude.
Andy, what do you got going on? Family dinner?
Yep, we got family dinner after this. Other than that, not much. Just gonna relax and get ready for work tomorrow.
Sweet. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you joining me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, of
Thank you.
course.
And have a good rest of your weekend.
You
Yeah,
too.
you too.
Talk to you later.
All right, later.